Hello, welcome and welcome back. This is Jacob, and today we are gonna be continuing the file narration series with the characters' voice lines for the various operators in Arknights. We are still going through it in the normal fashion, or rather, we will be going through them now again through the normal fashion like I did before, doing one operator per category at a time of the same rarity until we are done and are doing the next round with a lower rarity. So we are back to the 4 stars. Only this category that I'm recording right now, aka the supporter category, and the specialist category are left before we enter round 4 with 3-star operators. But in today's video we're gonna be going over well, out of the four stars for this category that I have in this like fully prepared state of 200% and E2, Deepcolor is the only one. The only other one I have in this category, as you can see, is Earth Spirit, but sadly enough she is not 200%. But considering that we just came off a very long trip of a lot of Aegir Seaborn stuff and potentially maybe question mark Seaborn stuff, why not another squid or tentacle or whatever? But regardless of that, I do have my own idea of what she might be, because I am not fully convinced that she is similar to Mizuki and Whisper Rain, who once again, if you haven't seen those file narrations, they are essentially a Aegir Seaborn hybrid in the form of what the Church of the Deep was trying to accomplish, but they are unique, very unique considering everything. Considering that the usual thing is that these the people who are either being fed Seaborn bits and pieces turn essentially into Seaborn themselves. Those two are very unique, and so are the Abyssal Hunters, but I am willing to believe that Deepcolor here is not amongst them. And I will say, when we are I will say a theory, what I believe she could be, at the full end of the video after the voice lines, because of several things mentioned throughout. Even though this is an old operator, she was with the game for a long time, and probably details about Seaborn and that stuff and Aegir weren't obviously done at that point, so only bits and pieces are pointing towards certain things, including her module short story, which, by the way, I have already done on the channel. Link will be on screen and in the description of the video if you want to go and listen to that one. But, like I said, I will say my own theory as to why I don't believe she is a full-on Seaborn or hybrid or whatever the hell. So let's get into the file, shall we? I think I've already talked in that video, in the module video, about her skills. Essentially, she's a summoner, as you all might know already, but yeah, let's get into the file. So, basic info: codename Deepcolor, gender female, combat experience none, place of birth undisclosed, date of birth June 12th, race undisclosed, height 163 centimeters, infection status non-infected as confirmed by medical report, physical exam: physical strength normal, mobility normal, physical resilience normal, tactical acumen standard, combat skills standard, Originium arts assimilation excellent. Now this is the line where I'm gonna just stop for a moment and say this is the line that paints the picture of she's either, if she is like Mizuki and Whisper Rain, she is then a full-on exception, because everything that we know of so far of hybrids between Seaborn or people that are turning into Seaborn is that their Originium arts assimilation is always flawed, or very, very, very low, if not categorized as flawed. And it is because the Seaborn cells are essentially inhibiting Originium arts. They are essentially inhibiting Originium itself to an extent. But yeah, hers is excellent. So not a Seaborn, but maybe something else. Like I said, when we are fully done, I will throw my coin into the hat and say what I believe she could be. But so far, I don't believe she will have an operator record anytime soon. Probably when the whole Aegir Iberia storyline continues in part 3 of the story, when and if that comes out one day, would be nice. But maybe they are keeping it for then, for a big reveal for Deepcolor. But we'll see. For now, it is an unknown, and I will throw my 2 cents into the hat. But continuing the file. Profile. Deepcolor's origin is shrouded in mystery, with large gaps in her background missing. She is remarkably gifted in the use of Originium abilities, art support, and combat coordination. Deepcolor is currently a Special Ops operator for Rhode Island. Clinical analysis. Imaging tests on the operator show clear outlines of internal organs with no abnormal dark spots or shadows. No unusual traces of Originium particles present in the circulatory system, no signs of infection, confirming this operator as uninfected. Cell Originium assimilation 0%, operator Deepcolor showed no symptoms of oropathy. Blood Originium crystal density 0.17 units per liter. Again, if she would be a Seaborn, that value would be probably similar to Gladia and everybody else, which is almost non-existent. But according to Deepcolor's own statements, she often uses enriched Originium in the color palette of her paintings. As such, she has far more contact with Originium than most other operators. Archive file number 1. Operator Deepcolor was born to an upper middle class family in Colombia, where her father was a professor of oil painting at the Schumann Art Institute of Lithuanian. Through her father, she had access to all the greatest art salons and was profoundly influenced by the scene from a very young age. Enamored of oil painting, she resolved to become an artist. Under the guidance of her father, Deepcolor quickly showed a tremendous talent for painting, and she began her art studies and easily earned the grades to be accepted into Thyssen University, where she attracted the attention of a certain advanced Originium Institute in Victoria, leading her to triple major in Originium control. After graduation, she received an offer from the Hermansen Design Studio and worked there for almost 3 years. Note: all of the above was provided by Deepcolor herself. Intelligence gathered from informants and confidential reports have revealed several inconsistencies in her account. It is advised to approach all background information provided by this operator with skepticism. Archive file number 2. Operator Deepcolor is versed in different forms of art, though she is unable to utilize in her role as an operator. That is, of course, except in her spare time, when she sketches quick portraits for her teammates. It has been confirmed that Deepcolor has a photographic memory of the appearance and detailed features of every operator she has ever met. Through simple observations, she derives a complete picture of their bodies and even minute imperfections that the operator themselves are not aware of. By further analyzing these data, Deepcolor can summarize her subject's private information that most intelligence operatives would need long periods of observation to acquire, such as lifestyle choices and daily habits. According to Deepcolor's personal account, this is nothing but a basic skill possessed by all painters, and she is still at the shoal of the sea of art. Note number 1. The sea she describes and the deep in her codename are strange concepts for some operators. please see it as boundless water. Note number 2. After rejecting Deepcolor's request to paint a portrait of the creator of this file, the profile still received a sketch from her. Archive file number 3. Operator Deepcolor's Originium abilities remain poorly understood, which is also a key reason why Rhode Island recruited her. The best guess at present is that Deepcolor's paintbrush acts as a wand or staff to other casters, through which she channels her Originium powers. Her combat style isn't exactly orthodox. Air painting is not a known art casting method, nor is it easy to comprehend. Furthermore, perhaps most difficult to understand are the creatures she commands, dubbed helpers, or tentacles by nosy operators. The reason these long thin threads are called creatures is because they possess the intelligence and mobility of a pet trained to follow orders, greatly adding to Deepcolor's combat flexibility. After comparisons to the Meebos created by Meyer of the Region Life Research Center, these creatures are actually mechanical entities defying any existing classification. They have spindly bodies without noses, mouths, or ears. According to Deepcolor's own reports, these creatures were captured by her father somewhere in faraway Sargon as a gift to her. She summed up the helpers as merely as yet unclassified creatures. Archive file number 4. One of Deepcolor's recent pieces. Something no one would term tangible or structural, merely a pattern of different colors and layers on canvas. It forces onlookers to fixate only on the art, while comprehending a message conveyed by the rich, bright colors. Prolonged staring generates unusual anxiety and a strong attraction to the artwork. Alright, and as I said, once we are done with the voice files, I will say what I believe she is. And who knows? Until we get a full-on confirmation, everything is game, I guess. But I will shut up now, and you guys get to listen.
おはよう、ドクター。ドクターの似顔絵描いてもいい？あ、今度は実体化しないように気をつけるから。っていうか、何でも実体化できるってわけじゃないよ。私がここにいるのって。ドクター、私の目に映るあんたはどんな色してると思う？ロドスって面白い題材がいっぱいでアイデアがどんどん湧いてくるんだ。私のこの可愛いアシさんたちを見た？怖い？可愛いの間違いでしょ。これがあんたの色なら私のことをちゃんと見て。もっとその色に染め上げてよ。ええ、そうだよ。たとえ周りに理解されなくても私はこのまま描き続けるよ。彼らがどんな化け物になったとしてもクリエイターって人種はね、1ヶ月のうち30日キャンプなんだ。何を描いてもまともなものにならないし、やっと筆が乗るのは深夜だし、まだらな世界もその幽暗のうちで安らかな眠りを迎える。そう、それこそが深海の色。黒しか見えない？ならまだ私の全部を知らないってことだね。ドクター、夢を見てるの？その夢の中で見る色はこの世界みたいに鮮やかなのかな。ピピカっていうの。絵描きをしてるよ。そう、ただの絵描きだよ。この嫌な予感は一体。もう私のことはほっといてください。これ以上親切にされると私どうなるかわからないや。ありがとう、ドクター。一緒にこの絵完成させよう。本当に私を前線に出すの？本気の本気？こんな大勢の そうね。あれが敵なの？私？何すればいいの？ぬるぬる。ちょっと待ってってば。焦っちゃダメだよ。ゆっくりした方がいいよ。私のアシさんたちが相手になるよ。この子たちに勝てる？私を本気で怒らせたらどうなるかは知らないよ。勝利を手にしたみんなの姿絵にしよう。ああ、また服が汚れたよ。戦いの結果も絵みたいに塗り替えられたらいいのに。この部屋綺麗なデザインだね。ドクター、せっかくの休みだし私の最新作見てく？アークナイツ。おはようドクター。
So, going through all of that, what is my idea about this character? Now, what I'm about to talk might be a bit of spoilers for stuff like Undertides and mostly Stultifera probably stuff. But I'm gonna try and be vague. But here is an idea, and hear me out. I know that most people are probably gonna think about her as another Seaborn, like I said earlier, like another Seaborn Aegir or whatever other race hybrid. Like we have Mizuki and Whisper Rain and many other side characters. I'm just gonna put this one out there. Why not a Fire Mood? Why not one of those? And again, this character has been conceived way before probably more details were created, but there are enough little lines that make it so to seem like she is not what she appears to be, obviously. Background information is vague and provided by herself. Her Originium assimilation is excellent, which is not something not something Seaborn have, but we do know from the Undertide story that there are Faramoots as well in the sea, as well as the Leviathans. The Leviathans being obviously the pretty much the leaders of the Seaborn, essentially. But the Faramoots, while still the same type of entity as a Leviathan, they do not seek the same things. They essentially, as we've known from so many so far, I mean, we have several operators that are essentially avatars of, if you want to call them avatars, extensions, whatever, human versions of Faramoots, and those are pretty much Kiera, all of the Sui siblings, aka Nien, Dusk, Ling, who else am I forgetting? There was one more, right? I'm forgetting someone. Then we have the ones that are associated with a underwater Faramoot, which is the entirety of the band Alive Until Sunset. All 4 band members are apparently a splinter of the Faramoots of the Aegir region. So, might Deepcolor doesn't seem to be from, at least from what is written of her, if she is the same thing, she doesn't appear to be of the same Faramoot as the 4 band members. Maybe another one. I mean, up until recently there wasn't even knowledge of the fact that there is a Faramoot under the sea. We knew that they were Seaborn Leviathans, but not that there are also Faramoots there, which kind of explains why, not just because of their technology, because we've seen that Aegir, despite their highly advanced technologies, being swarmed and overrun by Seaborn, and they're struggling against them quite heavily, apparently, until disproven, obviously. But why not another one? Why not another Faramoot that is under the sea, living and split off a part of its consciousness to go on land and see what is happening there. Because she does have many little things. Like, I think the best line here that shows that she might be one, which pretty much connects her to something like what Nien is also trying to achieve, which is to stay an individual. And in this voice line, could you stop caring about me? If you keep treating me like this, like I matter, I don't know what will become of me. Pretty much being, and once again, while not associated with anything, I think the biggest here, biggest sign that she might be a Faramut from the sea is literally, she literally has the symbol for Aegir in her background art, which is probably what I should have pointed out earlier. But yeah, this is the Aegir emblem. So, maybe that's an idea, right? that's an interesting thought to have in the back of your head. And yeah, just like Nien, who, from what I recall from her stories, wants to stay the way she is and is trying to prevent the fact of being back absorbed into the into the Sui together with her siblings. She here also says that she doesn't want to get attached apparently to people, or to matter to people, because she doesn't know what would happen then. Maybe indicating the fact that if she gets attached to someone, that that could maybe provoke her not to want to become a single being again. But yeah, interesting thought process. I wish there was an operator record coming in the future, because I would love to see a bit more about her. But we shall see. Maybe they are keeping that one for whenever the, like I said, whenever the third installment in the whole Aegir storyline is gonna drop. So far, no real confirmations, but everything is left in the air. I mean, even the recently added skin for Gladia pretty much in its description says this is the robe that she's wearing when everything on land has been taken care of and they are heading back to Aegir. So yeah, maybe, hopefully, I would love so. But anyway, this will be it for today's part. Thank you all for listening. As always, I hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.